Guys, and I'm back again to film another video. Surprise, surprise. Well, I actually don't know. I just filmed another video, but I actually don't know if this video is going up first or second. So I'm not trying to gaslight any of you guys thinking that I just filmed the video and I just put it up. So let's backtrack. I'm sorry for the gaslight. But hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. What's going on? I hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, it's been a while. Yes, it's been a while. It's been a while. I'm thinking that every time I start a video, and yes, it's true. It's been a while. But don't worry. I'm back to go over all things All American. I've missed 2 episodes. Can you believe it? I've missed reacting to 2 episodes since the first episode dropped. That might not seem like a lot to you guys, but it seems like a lot to me. And so I just feel that's the thing. I so want to record for you guys and give reactions, but it's bro, I don't even remember what happened in that second episode for real. Or the third one, and I just watched it. So clearly not enough was happening for my ship for me to recall, for me to recollect everything in fullness, top to bottom. So without further ado, I'm going to try to remember what about these episodes that I liked and didn't like, and then we're just going to take it from there. So let's start off by actually understanding what episodes have already dropped. Okay, so we already did a reaction on Things Done Change. You can check that out on my channel. And so now we're going to public service announcement. So I'm sorry if I don't go in chronological order, but this is all just me going to recount the events to you as I remember it. And I hope you're okay with that. So, talking about public service announcement. Okay, so basically what I remember from this episode is that Spencer, he's in his bag. He's in his bag. As last episode, we know he's been going off this semester. Okay, he is indeed ready. He's ready for the draft. So yeah, so basically it's all about that. But now everybody's been there's a little bit too much buzz around Spencer, and everybody's kind of been side-eyeing him with that, because it's one of those things where it's yeah, Spencer James goes to GRU, and I guess there's a football team there, but he's him. He's the football player of the season, so it's him and the rest of his teammates. And so people have been side-eyeing Spencer for that, because they're what? We're here too, we are also on the team. And it's okay, I understand, but don't act like Spencer isn't good though. They're saying that for a reason. I understand if they were giving Spencer all the praise and he sucked. I would be upset about that. I would be he's not even that good. But he is. So the fact that people have a problem with that is just so you don't want to see my guy win? Is that what you're trying to say? You don't support his wins? Is that what you're saying? So anyways, of course the team has something to say, whatever. But you know who really has something to say? Jordan. He's the main one who has something to say. Let me tell you, Jordan's not having it. He's literally not having it, and I'm so sick and tired of it. As I said in my last video on my end of video rant, I'm why does Jordan not want to take accountability for literally any single thing in his life? Why? It's ridiculous to me. So it's at the top of the episode, we saw them all being cute around the bonfire. Oh my gosh, that was cute. That was actually cute. That's it. And everybody was talking about whatever, and then the baby, was acting up or whatever, and everyone was oh my gosh, Ashley, Jamie, you guys slaying at parenthood. And then Don's throwing shade about how Layla doesn't want to help him plan for the wedding. Babe, I understand, but I don't. Why are you so obsessed with wedding planning? If it's so important for you to get married, why don't you pull another Vegas? Why don't you guys have a little beach wedding? Take her to the beach where you propose to her and just have a little beach wedding. I'm sure those aren't crazily demanding. I feel something could shake for that. Why is he sounding he's trying to do the whole 9 and rent out a country house and let's be realistic here. Like, do you even have the funds for this? I understand that they're rich, but how rich are they? Like, for him to just casually, well, I guess Lila's rich, and I don't know. But them just casually planning a wedding right now and him trying to, like, make that a thing is kind of crazy to me. Anyways, so yeah, Jordan has a problem with Spencer's getting all the limelight, and we all know that Spencer's not really trying to be in the limelight though. Like, he's just good and it's like just following him around, but it's not like he's trying to absorb it in any ways. But I guess Jordan's not really like buying that or whatever. I don't know what his problem is, to be honest. I really don't know. Somebody tell me. Somebody let me know. So basically that's happening with Jordan, and he's like being beefy about it. And also, like, Olivia is starting up her book and she wants to make sure that her parents, well, not her parents, Billy did, but her mom and Jordan is okay with what she has to say about Billy. And guess who's not okay with it? Jordan, of course. Like, this episode, he was just not okay with anything. And he was just taking it on Liv and Spencer. Like, that man was mad because Liv told Spencer about the book first. Like, who else do you want to tell her to tell? Like, if she don't know how you're going to react, first of all, like, wouldn't you think she would tell her boyfriend, who's like always been supportive of her and has never had a bad thing to say about her in her life? Because I would tell my boyfriend first if my twin brother was being like an op to me. But side note, I feel like I can personally speak to the matter because I am a boy-girl twin. And in my reality, of course I would tell my brother first because my brother always supports me. Okay? He never has any kickback. Jordan always having kickback. Like, even if my brother didn't understand my perspective, he still wouldn't be airing me out like that on campus. He really just wouldn't be. I don't think. So I'm just like, bro, Jordan, what's that about? What's that about? Not to compare, but it's just like, bro, like, the way Jordan and Liv operate, I guess everyone has all different types of relationships, you know? Not all twins have the same relationships. But I feel like the writing is trying to convey that Jordan and Liv are supposed to be close, or like they used to be, and like they found their way back there. But it's like the way that Jordan operates, I cannot tell that Liv is his twin sister. I cannot. Like, the way both of them operate to each other, I cannot tell that they're twins, to be honest. Like, they're not that close. And it's sad. It's sad. Because me and my twin, bro, we locked in. We like this. Like, we don't do, like, we've gone like pretty, like, we've never been like, okay, yeah, we can't do different things, you know? We're not like that. We definitely have our own lives. But we do a lot of things together. Like, we're always hanging out. And Jordan live where? Where? They barely hang out. Anyways, I digress. I don't want to be talking too much about John, but I just remember he was like a main focal point of this episode. Like, every storyline kind of had to feed into him a little bit. And why do you do that? I don't want to come across as a Jordan auntie, but like, I guess that's the path I'm going on, to be honest. Anyways, but basically Spencer's really just navigating that and like the support, and everybody's basically telling him like, well, what are you being shy about? Like, you've wanted to be in the NFL all this time, and that's what the press and stuff have been saying, that you're en route for the NFL. So who really cares what the pushback is? That's your dream. So own your dream. And Grace told him that perfectly. And then guess what? Olivia, his girlie, told him the same thing when they had the little cute scene. She was like, well, now this is your time. Like, now your dream is in reach. You gotta go and get yours. And I agree 100%. And guess what? He listened to her. Now, did the moment come, like, when he declared for the draft? Was it a little bit of a moment of ego? Yes, probably. But he listened to the advice that he was given. And he was like, you know what? Screw them. They're not looking after me. I'm gonna look after myself. And hats off to you, Spencer. Hats off to you. Because the team was really starting to get shady. And Jordan aligning with that new coach to freaking, like, change the plays and like not give Spencer any playing time, really? And in the next episode, he claims he feels bad about that. But do you actually? Because I don't remember ever really experiencing a time where Spencer was really, really willing to kick down on your career so that he could have it all. I really don't remember that time existing. So, I don't know. But anyways, this episode, if I can count, I think we had like 3 main Spillovia scenes, we had them walking in school talking about like, you know, Spencer's newfound fame. And then we had another one when the baby was acting up and then they had to end up going and sleeping over at the girl's house. Which is like, I thought they really did that anyways. Like, who even lives in that beach house anyway? Anyways. And then the last scene was at the dinner. I was like a little after the dinner when Jordan insinuated that Liv wasn't feeling like at home or whatever. And Spencer picked up on that and he was like, bro, you're literally telling me I just felt like for the past year a piece of me was missing, and now you tell me this is a bit like, oh. He's insane for saying that, because he basically telling like she is his home. And Spencer, don't make no mistake, you're her home too. She just doesn't know how to articulate that yet, but once she does, don't worry, you're locked in. I know you're locked in for life. But anyways, that was episode 2. That's really the main events. Like, side notes, like, Laura gave Asha and them that house in Crenshaw. Was that in the first episode? Everything's bleeding together at this point. But, like, can we talk about that again? Because what? Not them just getting a random house. Like, bro, I wish I was them kids in Beverly. Like, they just seem to be getting places to live. Straight, like, as a college student, struggling right now. Like, their college time seems like a cakewalk. You know? Like, do they even go to class? Anyways. So, yeah, they got that house from Laura. So, slay, Asha. You do you. And, yeah, the baby was acting up and everybody was like, da-da-da. So, I guess now Spencer and Jordan only live in the beach house now, which is going to be a disastrous effect. Because we all know, like, they're about to be beefing real bad for real. And the rest of the girls just still live at Casa Beverly, I guess. Whatever. Now, moving on to the next episode. We only got one Spillovia scene. Can you believe this? And it was right all the way in the end. I can't. Let's not even touch on that. But basically, it's more of the same. John is still over here being an op. Like, he's still... Because I guess the coach was like, yeah, I want you to be my guy. So John's trying to be my guy. But my roommate said that John's giving pick me vibes. And she said not me. She doesn't watch All American. And she just watched it with me on Tuesday night. And she said that John's giving pick me. So do that information what you will, because this was like her first time. Well, not her first time. She knows the characters like generally because she's been in the background when I'm watching, you know. But she sat down and watched a full episode of me, and that's one of her takeaways. So I don't know. Like, he is giving that right now. Like, I would agree, but I'm not saying it. She did. Don't jump her. Don't jump me, because it might be true. Anyway, so this episode was more about like Spencer's getting into his gig more. Like, now he's declared. Last episode he declared for the NFL, so it's like everybody's like on his case. Like, everybody wants him. So Coop and him had a cute little scene. I love Coop and Spencer's friendship, and I love like his back that is back in the limelight. Like, that's so precious. But basically, they're back to being their little duo self and always hanging out. And so Coop is trying to help him find a little manager for whenever he does make it big. So he was like, let's have a little interview. Like, so she was like, let's have a little interview sesh. And he was like, okay. I'll do that. So they had a little interview sesh, and they weren't really like messing with them for real, like any of them. And Spencer had a little mentee that he had to like go and talk to from Preach, because Preach was like, listen, I have a mentee and he's like in football. He's giving mini Spencer James back in Crenshaw. So Spencer was like, all right, I'll go see what's tea. So he goes and talks to him, and then he's really giving Spencer like nothing, like absolutely nothing. But Spencer convinces him to come watch one of his practices. So he does that eventually. But this is kind of like the era where Jordan and that coach are becoming like really bestie-tethered, and like the coach is telling Jordan to like switch up all the plays and stuff. So nobody has been passing Spencer the ball at all. So Spencer's really like, just why am I here? Literally, why am I here? Why am I on this team if you guys don't even want to pass the ball to me? So Spencer has a little big summer blowout at his little practice, and he was like, listen, I'm him. And do I have to switch positions and play all on the field for you to send the ball to me? And that's a real question, Spencer. What does he have to do, Jordan, to make you understand that just because he's good doesn't mean he doesn't have to get playing time? Okay? All good players are accepted on the field. And you would know that if you just like relied on your talent and not on any other people's validation. But also, against like being on the field too, John's having a little pushback with Layla because basically she's seeming like she doesn't want to do anything to do with this wedding for real. Like she doesn't want anything to do with the wedding. She doesn't want to do anything to do with him basically. Well, she said she like watches his stats and whatever, so I guess she's like still giving like girlfriend vibes, but she doesn't want a bar of this wedding. But later on she says that it's because of her medication for her depression that's really been making her numb and like kind of like on like just a even keel. Is that the proper phrase? I don't know. It's just making her like, you know. So she was talking to a guy from the bar about that, and he was like, well, maybe you just need to do this. And they had a little moment and they were dancing, and then Jordan walked in and he saw that and he was like, oh. And then he left because he was like, you don't care about me. And then that's when he went with the coach and he was like, yeah, we're gonna make this season whatever. And the coach was like, hand him a little drink. Isn't he underage? Coach? Anyways, and then while all this is happening, Olivia's having her little round of interviews for her books. So she's interviewing Mama Grace. Having a little mommy-in-law interview. And it's all going fun and games until she like mentions a little side comment about like Grace and Billy's affair. And then she's like, ooh, why did I say that? And then she literally runs out of there. Like runs. Like she gets her stuff and she's out of there in like 2 seconds. And then she's like very embarrassed about it. And then she tries to call her friend Ashley. Who is this Ashley? Like, can they show up already so that they can, like, get out? Because, respectfully... Anyways. So then she has, like, a little awakening and she realized she never really processed, like, that, what she was feeling. So then she goes back and apologizes to Mama Grace, which is, like, slaying. Like, she's in her accountability era. And they have a good little conversation about, like, love and pain and how basically, like, stuff just really gets suppressed, you know? And then, like, there's always just, like, you know, a trigger effect. Like, and now, and even back then, when Grace used to, you know, date Billy, or even when they had the affair, like, all that was just lack of processing emotions, basically. Like, that was just the effect. Like, a domino effect of all that. So Olivia was like, okay, slay. So then she really brought that conversation back to Spencer at the end of the day, and she was like, bro, your mom hates me. And Spencer was literally laughing in her face. Like, he's like, bro, you're fine. Like, I saw somebody on Twitter say, like, he's really giving married energy because Olivia's stressing him about her mom and he's laughing at her. No, for real. Like, he doesn't even care. Like, he's marrying her. Like, even if Mama Grace did have something to say about it, like, that's his girl down. But he's not even worried because he's like, bro, my mom loves you same as I am obsessed with you. So, like, they really go bad. Like, they go together so bad. And you basically ask him, like, do you think we're good at loving each other? And what a question to ask. And they were like, yeah, I think so. Like, I think we're trying our best. And that's so real. Guys, Olivia is really just that ship of the era. Like, you don't understand. And if you understand, then, like, I'm glad that you understand because now we all understand together. Yeah. And, like, you really just have to be here. Like, I'm sad for the people that weren't here and they're going to discover them later because, like, the emotional roller coaster of a ride that we have been on, I feel like it can only be shared between us. So if you get it, you get it. But they're just so perfect. They're written so perfectly. And that's why I'm still here. Because no matter how much I question what's going on before me on my screen, I never question their scenes. Because even if the script and the emotion and the chemistry and the line delivery of the scene, I will always understand. But yeah, in general, these 2 episodes were an amalgamation of things that, like, was a lot. And I'm excited for this next episode because it's going to be Spencer's 21st birthday. And as we all know, Spencer has had a birthday since, like, the first season. So, like, I'm so excited to see what happens there and then. His first birthday was actually freaking chaos. So, I'm pretty sure this birthday, like, from the trailer, like, is going to be chaos as well. So, I'm really just here for it. I'm so excited. I was going to hold off and, like, wait for that episode to come before I did this reaction. But to be honest, we need to jumble these 2 episodes together and then have episode 4 have its own episode because I feel like it just deserves. So, well, no, tell me what you guys know about the episodes. I personally think that, like, I don't know, I don't want to flame, but, like, no, sometimes I'm watching and it feels like we're just doing anything. Like, we're just doing anything for the plot. And I'm just like, why are we doing that? Like, why are we doing that necessarily? Like, this is still my show, Dawn. I'm still sad every Monday, but I just sometimes I don't know why anymore. Like, I feel like some characters are just not developing the way that I expected, you know? And I just feel like it's kind of sad to see. Like, is this gonna be the season where Jordan becomes like aware that like him and Spencer can be great at the same time, you know? Like, he doesn't have to like stand in Spencer's way to also make a name for himself. I don't know. Like, will this be the era that this happens? I don't know. And I also don't like, well, Cooper and Patience are trying to get back together, but they haven't really touched on that these last 2 episodes, to be honest. Not really, I don't think. And yeah. I'm really blanking. Maybe like all these, like, to be honest, Spilivia scenes are what sticks in my head because I would rewatch those the most out of the episode after I see it. But these episodes were interesting to say the least. But we haven't had any head turning moments yet. Any like, whoa, that was crazy, you know? Last episode, the closest we got to it was like Spencer like yelling on the field, being like, I'm him. Because like, bro, why would you say that? Like, but like you are. But like, now you're saying that loud as heck on the field. Or even when Olivia was like, ooh, clearly didn't. What'd she say? She was like, that was true with the, like, because of the affair. Because I think Denise was like, oh yeah, you and Billy were inseparable. And she was like, oh, well, that was all made clear, like, because of by the affair or something. And I was like, girl, like, whoa. You know, that really was like, you know, a mind fart. Like, was it a mind? Yeah, brain fart. Like, she really just, like, it really just came out. Like, but anyways, I digress. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for recapping with me. I hope this recap was, like, you know, up to you guys' standard. Next episode, I plan to take notes. It's just those episodes I kind of just watched in passing. Like, you know, like the first one, I was just like, oh, let me just get this over with. Let me just, you know, like stop procrastinating watching it. Because I always like to be like my ideal setting to watch my comfort show. You know what I mean? But the past few times I just watch it on the TV. Like, you know, usually I'm like, I have it like right on my computer, like right up to my face. I don't have to miss a minute. But like last 2 times I watched on the TV, I was like on my phone during commercial break, you know what I mean? So it's like, it didn't register as much as it usually does, which is sad. But I'm really excited still for this season. I saw on Twitter somewhere that they added 2 more episodes, engagement, wedding. I need that. Because one thing about me, if this show is coming to an end, I need to wrap up properly. And I needed to preferably wrap up with a wedding. Because I'll never forget how I never got my Spoby wedding from Pretty Little Liars. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Have a good rest of you guys' day. And have a good rest of your weekend or your week, whenever you're seeing this. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.